Hey, Connie Bivens.
Hey, Suzanne Eaglin, how are you?
I'm doing well. It's so beautiful. Look at that beautiful background that's going on right there.
Yes, welcome to my backyard in the sunny Atlanta, Georgia. My
Oh, so
turn.
let me tell you, viewers, I'm in California and it is not, I don't think it's 8 in the morning yet. So it's still very cloudy and overcast, but I'm definitely wishing I could have that beautiful sunshine later today over here. So thank you for coming and joining us again on All Things Hallmark. We would love for you to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the button so you don't miss any videos. I know you
Right.
know somebody else who likes Hallmark things, so please share with them. Send it by text message. Hit that share button and then send it to your people. Help us.
Absolutely.
You
Because
encourage us when more people, when we have viewers. We're not getting paid for this. We're doing it because we love it, but we do get encouraged when we see that there are numerous viewers. So we thank you in advance. All right, Connie, let's get into this good movie. So this movie is called Easter Under Wrap, and it is Hallmark's first premiere for an Easter movie.
yes, super excited because Easter is a wonderful season to celebrate, and so definitely a wonderful time to show movies and provide some life lessons.
I agree. I agree. I agree. So I'm going to name the female character. Her name is Erin, and her AKA is Veronica. And what is the gentleman's name?
And the actor that's playing alongside her in this particular movie, his name is Brian.
Okay, great. So he is a chocolatier. He is responsible for the flavor and the taste. I'm here for it because I love the taste of yummy chocolates. And so, especially since he's not just putting regular milk chocolate, he's putting all the different flavors. And she is the heiress. She has a family business. She's a part of her family business, and that is a chocolate factory. And so here it is, Easter season, and they have to be, it's time to drum up more sales. And so she's going to go undercover, not as the heiress, but went down to this little location where they first started, and she is using an alias, and her name is Veronica. And she wants to see what's going on with the sales and see how production is going. So it's pretty exciting because she is pretends to be somebody she's not, and that's always thrilling if you've done it for business purposes. For business purposes.
Oh, okay, yeah, clear that up.
Yeah, it's like secret shoppers. Some of
Yeah,
us have done secret shoppers. Okay.
yeah. It was funny because she kind of made that suggestion to her father in the movie, and then he ended up telling her, well, I can't go, so it's going to have to be you. So, that shock on her face is the same shock that a lot of us get when we suggest something and somebody turns it back on us, and we're like, what? So,
Yes. And I really appreciate that because they want to make changes, but they recognize that before we can go make changes, we really need to have an understanding on what is going on. And to me, that's a life lesson. A lot of people they walk in and they see things and they say, oh, it's just everything is wrong. But you need to go in and spend time and figure out why things are wrong. Like my personal life, I need to find out where's the root, where's the source of some pain. Why did I respond one particular way? Maybe I need to trace that thing down to the source. And so that, to me, that was something that I took as a life lesson, that they went to the source to do a thorough investigation to really figure out what is working and what's not working so they can really know how to make improvements.
and Suzanne, when it comes to an organization, the way they went about it is absolutely a great way, because sometimes people are not willing to give you the truth when they know you have control of their paychecks or their performance evaluation.
Right.
But I will say that in life, you have to take the mask off. You can't continue to wear the mask and find the truth about what's going on in your own life. So just definitely wanted to point that out. In business, yeah, it sometimes it can be very fruitful to do it that way. But in your personal life, never. You've got to take off the mask and you got to meet yourself right where you are and own your truth.
That's so true. That's so true. Okay, well, what else about this good movie? What was the other things that grabbed you?
Well, I love the character that the daughter, because like you said, Brian is a widower and he has a little girl that he's raising, and I really liked her character. She was just so, uh, what the Bible says, "And a little child shall lead them." Even as the movie was going on, there were some key places where her input really helped out in this relationship and in um, this particular movie. And so I like the part where she talks to her father about being who you are, even though sometimes you're in costume. And she explained to him, even though I'm going to be the bunny, I'm still who I am underneath here. And so I wanted to say one of the life lessons I've learned, and I talk about it even in my book, Grow Girl, is the fact that if you were created to be one thing, say you were created to be a dancer, you might look like a fish, act like a fish, even swim like a fish, but you're just a funky dancer. Because the fact that we run away from who we really are, or we try to do something different, doesn't make us any less who we are and who we were meant to be.
Okay, that's good stuff. So yeah, I'm really captivated by the movie because she goes down there. She's not expecting to fall in love, but she does. Brian, I'm sorry. Tell me his name again, because
Brian,
I'm saying it with
you
a
said it
Southern
correctly.
accent.
You said it correctly. That's Brian. Okay,
Okay,
for just a second, Suzanne. Do you hear the lawnmower in the backyard?
I do not.
Oh my goodness. It's, to me, it's adding to, you've got the lawnmower sound going on, you got the birds chirping in the background, and the scenery. I didn't want to throw it in your face, but I've been watching your beautiful backgrounds since we started. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Okay. All right. You can keep talking about Brian now.
Okay. So he seems to be a very caring father. I love that. That's a life lesson. That even though he's very serious about his profession, his work, career advancement, he's somebody in this movie who is being sought after in headhunters in the professional world. He
Oh
has
yeah.
head coming after him because he is very proficient in what he does as a chocolatier. And so even all those adventures of leaving a company or getting promoted, he still has his number one priority, and that's being a really good father. I watched on this movie. He got to play with her. He hung out with her. She was a priority, and so that's a life lesson. Even though you want to be top notch and successful in business, always make time for your family. Make time for your children. Listen to their laughter, because that's what I loved about her character. She was so full of life. She was so
Yeah.
enjoyable.
Absolutely. And the other characteristic that Brian put forth was loyalty to the organization that he had worked with for so many years. And so that's another thing, that we need to in today's society, is to learn how to be loyal to those who have sown into our lives, who have given to us, who have stood by us. And so I really like that. And the fact that, their competition was really coming after him, and they were coming after him with everything that they had. It kind of reminded me about that story in the Bible, how the devil tells Jesus that he's going to give him all this if he just bows down. And so it's the same thing in life. A lot of times people will try to offer you what seems to be more on the surface if you come and be with them, but count up the cost before you go. And so loyalty is definitely a life's lesson and definitely key in this movie.
Yes, absolutely. So what I remember you texting me, and I don't remember because we are in two different time zones. You watched it and you said I'm crying because it reminds me of my mother's. Our viewers, my mother has passed away. Your mother has passed away. So tell me what part of it reminded you of your mom.
Well, actually, if you recall, Suzanne, that was actually the other movie that we watched together last week. But I will tell you this, that in this particular movie, I did get a glimpse of um, my feelings toward the passing of my mom. And that's when Brian talks about the fact that, yes, I did lose my wife, but I, kind of worked through it. And now I'm ready to, I'm moving on, and I'm doing some things, I'm ready to smile again. And so in that situation there, it did kind of give me a glimpse of, you know, what I had to do when my mother passed away. My mother was 70 years old, but to me, that was still too young for her to leave and for me to be without her. And so, but there has to come a point in our lives that despite what we've lost, no matter whether it's through death, through job loss, or losing just whatever, there does come a time when you've got to pull it together and know that it's time to move on. Now, I'm not saying don't do your mourning, because everyone needs to go through a healthy mourning process, Suzanne. But when it's time to get back out there and continue becoming your best self, continue growing, continue activating your life, you know, continue or begin your journey of being victorious after divorce, or whatever the case might be. But that part right there was definitely a life lesson.
Okay, great. Great, great, great. Thanks for sharing. Okay, so tell me what else about this movie did something for you. I love the fact that her father recommended her for that, you know, the opportunity to go down there. Plus, it was a way of really understanding the roots of the organization and
Absolutely.
where they came from. And she has a picture on everybody's desk that her and her father are in, and almost nobody notices. So even though in all of the leaders' office, there's probably a picture of her there, they don't even pay attention. So, hey, life lesson, if you don't know what the owner of your company looks like and there's a picture on the wall, you might want to start paying attention, because you never know when they come in there, like that television show where the boss pretends to be something else. Some
Yeah.
people he can fool, but some people he can't. You should just know what your bosses look like, or the owners of the company, especially if their picture is on the wall.
Yeah. You know, and one of the pictures that was displayed was her as a little girl, but in the HR department was a picture sitting on the credenza with her and her father as an adult. And so, yeah, it was a little hidden, just a little bit. But yeah, if it's your picture sitting on your credenza, surely you ought to know what it looks like. But you know, the other thing that I liked about this movie, Suzanne, that I think is very prevalent and seen in the corporate society even now, was how many times people are overlooked. Good people are overlooked. If you remember the woman that trained her as a on the production line, she had been wanting to promote to sales for a long time, and even went as far as to say that she had applied several times but never even got a response, better yet looked at. And so even though she went there to find out how to best, you know, market our chocolate and how to bring our sales up, there were some other key things that she learned. And then, you know, in talking to the lady in the HR department, and she had that raggedy chair, you know, just other things that she learned in addition to chocolate things, you know. And so I thought that was cool, because like I said, it's very prevalent in today's society that when you go into the corporate world, a lot of times good people are overlooked for one reason or another, you know. I'm sorry, can I just say this? There is excuse for not responding to a person when they're reaching out and they're in your company and they're making your company money, and now they want to promote, and you don't even return their call. You don't respond to their email. So yeah, so that's for you business owners out there. That's a etiquette life lesson for you. Return the call, return the email. All right. And so I enjoyed that part, that they brought that out, because again, something that we are facing even today.
Can I appreciated that. I really, really enjoyed seeing the joy of that. I assume she's a supervisor. When the HR lady, when she gets that chair, she is so delighted. She's so happy. And when the lady who was passed up for a position not only receives a position that she was thinking she wanted, but an even better position that really really would help her better, because she was really qualified. She was really good at what she does.
Absolutely.
But I think about that as a life lesson, even in our own homes. Sometimes we're hearing our families ask for something or say something, but we can become so busy that we're really not looking and paying attention to them. And we sometimes because we got our own things going on. I mean, how many times, everybody's guilty of this, the routine. You walk in the house, you know where you put your bag at, you know where you take your shoes off at, you know how to do those things. And if you have children, they're jumping on you, they're saying hi, 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 but you may miss what they're wearing. Take time to look at your family members. Take time to look in your own home and see, hey, that thing I haven't used in a while and I need to improve it, or I don't need to improve it, or whatever. But take time to really be in the moment in your home and with your family.
So, Suzanne, my final life lesson that I really want to share too is how she used her life, her position, her authority, you know, just her position. You know, I'm all into being positioned to influence, but how she used it to bless somebody else, to make a difference in someone else's life. One of my life lessons, or my final life lesson for this movie, there were so many, is going to be from that standpoint, that take a moment. I don't care who you are, what you've done, what you're doing, where you've been, where you've gone. Take a moment and add some value to someone else's life, because there is something in every one of us that can add value to the life of the strangers that we meet, the woman standing in the line, the person that's at the drive-through window, you know, the fellow classmate, the church member, the child. There is something in your life that you can add value to their lives. And so my life lesson, again, from watching what she was doing with these positions and whatnot and promoting and all of that, is take a moment to use your influence to make a difference in someone else's life.
I love it. I think that is well said. Hey, you guys want to check out this movie, Easter Under Wraps. It's a good movie. It will make you feel good on the inside. And just, we want you to read it. I mean, read it. We want you to watch it, and then we want to read your comments. So please
Yes,
make comments. That's what I was trying to say. Well, Connie,
absolutely.
I don't want to take up your time. It's a beautiful Saturday. I'm sure you got a lot of things to do. And I appreciate you, Connie Bivens.
Back at you, Suzanne Eaglin. And I want to remind everyone that Suzanne has a wonderful book coming out. Yes, I got to preview it. She has a wonderful book coming out. And we definitely want you to go out there. And so Suzanne is going to give you information where you can go and get a copy of her upcoming book. And don't forget, I told the folks on Facebook, you better pre-order, order early, honey, because otherwise out of stock is going to be your friend.
And so you can go to www.livingvictoriouslyafterdivorce.com. That is the name of the book, Living Victoriously After Divorce. And yes, hurry up, go purchase your book.
Yes, yes. And then come visit me over at www.activateyourlife.info and find out how you can connect with me and we can walk this life journey together as you activate your life, as you become your best self. All right, we've got some amazing masterminds out there. We do some one-on-one coaching. We got a lot of stuff going on. Right now, we're actually doing a mastermind with Bishop T.D. Jakes' book, Soar. Honey, what area of your life are you ready to soar in? You don't know? Give me a call. Go out there. Visit us at www.activateyourlife.info, or you can find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/activateyourlife. We want to hear from you. Again, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our video about all things Hallmark.
Thank you again for your time. Can't wait to see you again on our next movie. You guys, have a great day and a great weekend. Be kind to somebody.
Absolutely. See you next time.
Bye, Connie.
Bye-bye.